Hello there, my name is Sue Lum. I'm 64 years young and I live in the UK. And I just wanted to start doing a few little broadcasts, I suppose you want to call it, about me and my journey with eye trouble. I'm going to try and inject a little bit of humour in because if I didn't have that, then I think I'd just be so miserable. I do get my off days, don't get me wrong, but I'm trying hard with the help of others to just, try and be upbeat as much as possible. It's difficult. Anyway, my eye journey started about 11 years ago, and I was living on my own and having trouble with dry eyes, recurrent corneal abrasions in my left eye, and didn't really know why, to be honest, apart from the fact that um, I I was bereaved and been quite tearful the previous year. So 2014 is when all the trouble started. So yeah, anyone that knows what pain is like in the eye will know how bad it is. I can't liken it to anything else. It makes you think that somebody's stuck a load of stinging nettles in your eye, or can't really liken it to anything. It's just horrible. And because we have to use our eyes all the time when we're awake and maybe in our sleep, but when we're awake, yes, we blink, we use our eyes to see in our waking hours, and it's really hard when you're in pain. And it's it's not the worst thing to have a runny nose and watery eyes. That's not um, a bad thing, I suppose, because your eye waters because your eye's trying to make itself better, I guess. But when you're going around with tears running down your face and your nose running like a tap as well, and you're sniffing all the time, it's not very nice. But the pain is the worst bit. But yeah, I go around, people think I'm either crying or I've got a really nasty cold, and I'm getting through the tissues like I don't know what when that happens. So yeah, with the left eye, say 11 years ago, it was the abrasions led to having an infection, which saw me in hospital for quite a while. And the first time I spent Christmas on my own that year. Um, I had a nasty infection. They said that if they couldn't get the right antibiotic drops, then my eyeball would have melted, which is a bit weird, but thankfully they saved my eye. And I went on to have several different procedures, including a corneal transplant, and not an eyeball transplant. No, a corneal transplant, and it didn't give me back full vision. There's nothing wrong with my optic nerve or my retina, anything like that. But for 9 years since my new cornea, well, it's not a brand new one because it belonged to somebody, and I thank the family for the organising the donation. Very, very grateful. But unfortunately, yes, I've been living with fog in my left eye. And I did have a squint for a while. I was who remembers somebody called Marty Feldman? Probably most of you are too young to know who that was. He was a comedian and an actor, and he was fine uh, for many years. But then I can't remember what it said online about he had some sort of eye problem, and he ended up having a severe squint, and that's what I think he became quite famous for, perhaps. So my left eye drifted all the time, and I was seeing two things at a time, one foggy image and one normal image. I remember I went to my niece's house, Boxing Day 2015 that was, and we all sat round in her living room having a nice catch up with the family, and having some nice food and everything, and I was looking across to my brother-in-law, and he was sitting next to the Christmas tree, but because of my left eye looking different, I was seeing the image of the Christmas tree with all its lovely twinkly lights, and it looked like he was in the tree. I could laugh about it now, but yeah, it was really difficult to look at him and talk to him because I could see the tree and I could see him, but they had merged into one thing. Really odd, yes. Anyway, so that's the story about the left eye. And then 4 years ago, I lost my mum. I didn't lose her in the sense I couldn't find her. She died, basically. Shouldn't joke about that, but I am trying to lighten my mood a bit today because I'm having a lot of headaches between the eyes here. Ooh. Sometimes it's so tender to touch, and I think, somebody hit me in the face and I haven't realised. Don't think so. No bruises. But, sorry, trying to get comfortable. Yes, I'm fidgeting, aren't I? Again, bereavement within a few months. The same thing happened with my right eye, that I started getting corneal abrasions, and they became more frequent this year, and it started to affect my vision. And then a month ago, I ended up in A&E with another infection in the right eye, and I've not been able to see properly with that eye. Everything looks very foggy. And believe it or not, my left eye is doing all the work at the minute. I can see colours and blurry images, but I can't watch TV and I can't read. I can use my phone if I hold it up close, but I do get these, I don't know if they're eye strain headaches, tension headaches or what. But at the moment, that's apart from the sight loss, the biggest problem other than that is the headaches. I can't seem to shift them, so it's a bit odd. Anyway, I thought what I might do is take a few short videos of things that might help other people, that I'm finding out a lot about what I can and can't do. I'm not able to go out on my own at the moment, and I'm finding it difficult to cope with the changes in light levels, so I'll talk about that in a separate video because I don't want to make this one too long. But basically, I'm under the care of the doctors, and we don't know what's next. I've got a scarred cornea. Maybe I'll have another corneal transplant. Maybe I'll have a brand new eyeball. I don't think so. No, let's not do that. No. When it first happened to my left eye, friends joked that if I did have to have a fake eye, I could have it in different colours, like a red one for Valentine's Day, a sparkly one for Christmas, a black one for Halloween. Interesting, but I'd rather keep my own eyeball, thank you very much. Yeah, but anyway, so this is what I look like at the moment. Yeah, can't wear eye makeup. Yeah, not happy with my hairstyle at the moment because I'm not confident to use my hair straighteners and don't want to get the hairdryer blowing in my face, but I can kind of see what I look like. Well, I'm getting old now, dear. I am. I feel a bit old, but I'm trying to get on with things as best I can. That's why I thought I'd start these videos, and maybe I can start a new fan club. But anyone out there who's got any sort of eye trouble, eye pain, vision loss, anything like that, do get in touch if you want to. And I think it helps when you know other people that have been through similar. And, you know, everybody's experience is different, but you know you're not alone when you hear about someone else having the same as you. And I do know a few people that are going through similar, so let's stick together, shall we? Over and out for now.